Have you ever had someone completely misunderstand the emotions that you're feeling? Or maybe someone says, "I'm fine," but you aren't sure what that means. Sometimes emotions can be so confusing that it can seem easier just to avoid them altogether. Is it really that important to be able to express your emotions anyways?
Studies say yes. There's proof that expressing emotions is beneficial for us long term. A study done by researchers Kaori Kato, Richard Zweig, Nir Barzilai, and Gil Atzman collected information from centenarians, people who have lived to be 100 years old, and found that there is a positive association between longevity of life and expression of emotions. On the other hand, the suppression of emotions may be physically harmful to you. According to a study by Marcus Mund and Kristen Mitt, there was a link found between suppressing emotions and an increase in the chances of having cancer, asthma, and cardiovascular diseases. Examples of suppressing emotions can involve inhibiting thoughts, arousal, and outward behavioral displays of emotion. However, we now know that it's physically healthier to allow yourself to have emotional thoughts, experience arousal, and let your emotions show. So expressing emotions is better for our long-term health. It has been proven that we can live longer, healthier lives if we express our emotions. The next time you feel like bottling it up, let it out. Cry more, laugh more, love more.
But that leads us to the next step of the problem. How exactly do we do this? What are some strategies we can use to better express our emotions? If you've ever watched a sad movie and felt the sadness the actor is trying to portray, you know that actors are pros at conveying emotion. They are so good that they can do so without being physically present with another person, and they can be further away from you than what interpersonal interactions would really consist of. Looking at an actor's control of their nonverbal communication and vocalics can help us understand how we too can better convey emotions. According to a study by Rebecca Juergens et al., actors used more exaggerated facial expressions and vocalics when compared to average people. Their control over their facial expressions and manipulation of their voice is an important reason as to why they're able to convey emotions to an audience.
So how can we use this information to make sure our emotions are being expressed properly if we are not actors? We can use actor strategies in our real lives to help us portray our emotions. One strategy is to make sure we're correctly using affect displays, which are nonverbal behaviors that convey emotion. These can be scrunching your eyebrows when you're frustrated or shaking if you're afraid. So, if you want to communicate clearly, make sure your affect displays match how you're actually feeling. If you're feeling angry, feel free to frown. Or, if you're feeling sad, you're welcome to shed a tear. And if someone says one thing, but you don't know if that's what they actually mean, look to their body language. It will give you a clue. Just like affect displays, we often communicate our emotions based on how we say things. For example, talking fast could convey the emotion of excitement, while raising pitch could convey anger or surprise. Again, if you can't figure out the emotion behind what someone's saying, listen to how they say it.
Remove the ambiguity and confusion. If you are able to have a stronger grasp on emotional communication skills, it will help you and your relationships in the long run. Make sure what you're saying matches how you say it. Actors prove to us that nonverbal communication is essential to portraying emotion. Express your emotions, it's healthier for you. And express them clearly with both your body and your voice. If all else fails, enact some meta-communication. Talk to your partner about how they communicate to make sure you're all on the same page. Your relationships will be much stronger, valuable, and meaningful when you are honest in expressing your emotions.